I did not pick EJ Tackett for PBA Players Championship. How is
Why?
that for a first pick?
Why?
Because last year he did
I
not
don't
go.
need to hear this. People, thank you for tuning in to our Bowling Life podcast once again. Today we are talking about Bowling Life League and how Carlis will lose it from the start of the season. Of course, we will talk about PBA Players Championship. We have 1 week ahead of us before the league starts and the PBA Tour starts. So without further ado, like, share, subscribe to our channel, and let's go. Sorry for laughing at you before.
My feelings are hurt. I will not lie. I was thinking so hard about my picks for PBA Players Championship, and just like in a few words, you destroyed my self-esteem. So thank you very much. But for everybody who is tuning in and BowlingLife Fantasy League, that's something unheard of. So let's talk about it and how it works and all the ins and outs of this thing.
I'm not sure it's not hereabouts because we are talking about it
We
for
are
a couple of weeks.
Promming it
But
hard.
yeah, this is a new project for us and for bowling communities. So thank you for all of you who joined our fantasy league already. Who didn't do it, well, thank you for tuning in this podcast. We will explain why you should do it right away. But Carlos, heading back to your pick, I just need to know. Why it's not EJ Tackett.
Well, I was obviously one of the first people who made their picks. So I did it on purpose because since I am able to see the picks, I want to do it ahead of everybody. So I wouldn't be impacted in any way. I don't want to cheat or whatever. So
I don't want to, but I have to.
yeah, but obviously I knew that most of the people will pick EJ. Of course, last season he,
For example,
dominated. For example, you. So I wanted to go in a bit different direction, just because if, for example, EJ doesn't perform that well, if he doesn't win, then my pick might be the one that gets me ahead of everybody from the get-go. So that was the logic, and later on, of course, we will talk about trends and picks that we are seeing so far. But just a heads up. That's why I did it.
all right. For those who doesn't know about Fantasy League, maybe it's let's put them into our shoes and to understand better what is Bowling Life Fantasy. So what you basically need to do is to pick 6 players for each PBA Tour event and put someone as the captain of your team. Submit it through Google Forms on our website that you can find before every single PBA Tour stop, which is on the calendar on our rule book. But once you do, you just follow the results, follow as usual your PBA Tour season, and see what your players are picking in numbers. We are giving points for players who are in the top 50 of the events.
Yeah, and it's according to position. Like
Yeah.
What if they take, for example, first place in the tournament, they get 300 points, and going down until the 50th place, they all get points just in a lower sequence. So it's the scoring system is very simple. As this is a first season for BowlingLife Fantasy League, we wanted to not get that. To not make it difficult for everybody, to make it easy to understand.
And for us.
And for us, obviously, because we have to navigate all those things and calculate the scores and do all the jazz behind the scenes.
Plus, we need to disclose, I think, because this is something that I really proud of Carlos from, just we had 3 weeks 3 weeks
Yeah,
to
it was very
prepare
fast.
for PBA Tour season for the Fantasy League because it was just an idea to, it just popped out from Carlos' head and he was like, hey man, we need to do a Fantasy League. I said, no way, at least not for this season. Carlos said, hold my beer.
You said, but why? Why?
Why
Why do
did
we
you
need?
pick?
We have other things to do. But then the whole idea, I think, is for us. We play a lot of fantasy when it comes to basketball, and we are doing it for a few years now, and it's really enjoyable. It brings together the community. For us, it's for our friends, but it's always to fun to compete with someone, and it makes the experience of watching the actual games more interesting. Because, for example, like if we are talking about bowling, about PBA, how often do you actually tune into qualification and watch all the games? And it's a bit I will just check the final result and then tune in the step ladder finals. But I think if you have something at stake, you have your team, you are invested, you want to see how they perform, and you want to see your name high in the leaderboard afterwards. So that just makes the whole experience of watching the games much more fun.
And you're not
Yeah.
just following, those best players.
Yeah.
Because of the rules, what we came off, we have different tiers. We have tier 1 where we have players from position 1 to 10 according to their PBA Tour season points throughout 24-25.
Yes.
So and then we have tier 2 from position 11 to 20 where you pick another player. So what you have 50 players in the tier system, which is updated after every single PBA Tour event, and you pick from 50 players and then your wild cards, which is not in the top 50. What makes you follow not just those, cherries on top of the cake players, but also those up and coming players
Yeah,
who
yeah,
are
that's true,
struggling maybe a little bit, who are not in that, I don't know, always championship matches or something, like EJ Tackett. But you get to follow them, their struggles and wins during the PBA Tour season. You follow them from social media, what they are doing, what they are eating, what they are, I don't know, socializing with. Should I pick it? Should I not?
Yeah,
All
that's true.
those things that fantasy leagues brings to the table. So I'm really excited to see how the community builds up, not just to follow those big names in bowling, but also those a little less known players and what they are doing, because this is, building even bigger community and more stories around it.
Yeah, so I guess getting back to the teams that people need to pick during the fantasy rounds. So just you already mentioned the tiers and the ranking system. So I just want to clarify that once you are submitting your picks, you are picking from 5 tiers. So top 50 players, as Eric has mentioned, from 2024 and 2025, the points that they accumulated. These are the tiers and their ranks for the first stop, which is PBA Players Championship. So these players are divided into 5 tiers. So from each tier you select a player, and then you have a wild card pick, which is basically all the rest of the field. You can pick players who are playing in PTQ. You can pick rookies and basically anyone. You just need to make sure that they are actually playing in the event. So that's
you can
the important
actually
part.
pick whatever you want. I can put Carlos in my wildcard pick, but he will just get 0 because he's not playing. But you are able to write it down in the form. So, just as a visual something somewhere in the standings that you pick that player, even though he's not playing. I'm not saying that you should do that because this is plain stupid for fantasy league, but you can pick whatever you want. It
Yeah,
can
but
be a
just
player, from the field, from PTQ, whatever.
yeah, and there are great players outside of top 50, especially if we are talking about younger players who are they didn't get the chance to get that many points during 24 and 25. And we have also players like Darren Tang, who is not in top 50, but of course he's always a favorite between fans. We have guys like Nate Purchase, Dale Bernard, and the rookies. The rookie class for 2026 is also people that you should watch. So all of those people can be picked as your wild card. And then finally, you pick a captain, which you also mentioned. So captain gets you not double, but 1.5
1.5,
points. So if, for example, you pick EJ Tackett as your tier 1 player, and he wins the tournament, so he would get 300 points. But then captain multiplier applies to this, and you would get 450.
Yeah.
That's correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's how you build a team. And then after PBA Players Championship will end, we will have a new form where you will submit your team again. You can select the same players, or you can select completely new people. And we will follow their results in the next stop. Then regarding tiers, I think also the thing that we need to mention, after each event, we will update the tier, the rankings of the players. So we will add their result from 2026 season, basically.
Yeah.
So the tiers and the ranks can shift a bit depending on the performance of the players for this season. So very interesting, and as I said, we will talk a bit about the trends that we are seeing so far, because the picks for PBA Players Championship are already open. So you can head to our description of this video, or hop onto our Discord, and you will find the form where you can submit the team. So we already have like 100, or a bit more than 100 entries in the first day. And
not even finished yet in like 5 hours.
Yeah, so we already can see some trends and some picks, so it will be interesting to review with you. But I'm thinking maybe we are missing something else when we are talking about the fantasy.
Not really, but we are not playing for free. You can get prizes.
That's important.
But before that, not every single PBA Tour stop is into the Fantasy League. Because of the counting systems and so on, we just picked... we excluded some of the tournaments because it's maybe too far from the regular season. Maybe it's, I don't know, doubles or something. So we have 15 different PBA Tour BowlingLife Fantasy stops during the season. And for the prizes, we are putting into the brackets all those tournaments into 3 different rounds, starting with the Players Championship now for the round 1 and finishing it before USBC Masters, right?
So for first round, as Erikas mentioned, we will have 3 rounds. So first round will be PBA Players Championship. Then we will have Pete Weber Missouri Classic, then US Open, Illinois Classic, and Indiana Classic.
Yeah.
So which ends on March 22nd. So basically a month of bowling with different stops. So this will have a separate leaderboard, and the winner of this round will get a prize, which is
bowling ball.
A bowling ball. Here you have it.
We don't know which bowling ball,
yes.
but we have a beautiful Discord community, and we will make sure to put them into work on deciding what bowling ball we should give. What else?
And if you are a brand or know someone who owns a pro shop or whatever, we are looking for sponsors for this thing, because as we mentioned, this idea came up like a month ago, so we haven't had the time to figure everything out. But if there is anybody who would like to be sponsor for the prizes of the Fantasy League, hit us up.
Yeah, we will make sure to ping you up either way, but if you miss our email or, I don't know, didn't get a ping, make sure to hit us up.
Reach out yourself. Then for round 2, I think we can also just briefly talk about the schedule. So after round 1 ends, season leaderboard stays for the whole season, so all events are counted, but rounds are like mini leagues,
mini competition.
Yeah. So round 2 will be USBC Masters, Ohio Classic, New York Classic, and Tournament of Champions. So from March 23rd to April 26th. So this is like a complete new leaderboard. So if you are joining in later, not from stop 1, but I don't know, you are joining at event 3 or whatever, don't be sad, because you can still compete and win different rounds. And of course, if you play your picks right, you can even catch the leaders, I think, easily. Just a matter of luck and strategizing. So then round 3, we are finalizing the league with the World Series of Bowling. So all 4 animal patterns, World Championship, and then the final stop will be Norm Duke Open on June 21st.
So basically, we have separate standings for each PBA Tour event that is on our calendar. Then we have mini competitions in round 1, round 2, round 3, and we have an overall leaderboard for the whole season, just to give away more prizes. So 3 little competitions for bowling ball. Ultimate BowlingLife Fantasy League champion will get something bigger, I suppose.
You will get prizes. We don't know what prizes.
We have time to prepare the prizes. You just play, okay? And for the events, Fame and Glory.
Yeah, Fame and Glory. And maybe if we get sponsors, maybe something else. But
everything is dependent on the sponsors.
We cannot fund everything, but,
well, we basically can, but we will have to sell these mics and chairs.
Yeah, so that's not the ideal situation. So yeah, that's pretty much, I think, all there is to the Fantasy League. You play each event, you get points, and I guess the most important part is just don't miss the when the submission starts. So you need to stay vigilant. So basically, when one event ends, after it, we update the leaderboard. All the rules, leaderboards, and all the instructions can be found on bowlinglife.eu. So we will leave a link in the description. So you can check the leaderboard and expect that new form for the upcoming event will open very soon. So
just basically follow us on social media, because we will do everything in our power to communicate that the new form is out throughout Instagram posts, reels, stories, Facebook.
Yeah, but I guess the easiest way is just to join our Discord, because there we will just spam with updates. So you will not miss anything if you are on our Discord.
Plus, you can discuss all your picks, or, I don't know, look for suggestions throughout our Discord community, which builds up with every single day, and new members are coming in, and they are really into discussions. So join our Discord channel and get all the news, firsthand.
Yeah. So I think that's it. Or
for the rules?
Yeah.
Let's go with the statistics that you have. All right?
Statistics.
I'm very interested in what you have. What are people picking?
So right now, as we speak, we have more than 101 entries. And we already can see some patterns. But first of all, I want to hear what you picked. Let's talk about our picks. What did you pick for tier 1?
E.G. Tackett, of course. The man, the myth, the legend.
I already knew that.
Player of the year.
So my pick is a mystery still.
Who did you pick, really?
Who did
Jason?
I picked Andrew Anderson. I think he, in our previous podcast, we talked that he had a stellar season in 2025. So I'm hoping that he will come out guns blazing and will get a good position in PBA Players Championship. I don't know if he will take it all, but I'm hoping for step ladder finals.
Well, if you, I don't know, if you look at the end of the season, of the 25 season, Andrew Anderson is maybe a little bit more strategic pick than EJ Taggart himself, because knowing how EJ finished the season and how Andrew Anderson finished the season, well, clearly the pick would
Yes.
be Andrew.
I was thinking about it. Yes.
But we have what, like 4 months?
Yeah, and I
Fast,
was strategic at this part because I think obviously most of the people will pick EJ, and if he performs a bit worse than we expect of him, I could get an early lead. So that was my thought process. Okay, so tier 2, what did you get?
Chris Prater. I
Chris
believe that
Prater.
he's going to have a stellar season. Knowing just that PBA is changing a little bit stuff in oil patterns and how the lanes are prepared, we will have different setting how that is done. So you can expect a little bit more changes on the lanes. So I was picking a guy who's the most versatile in my opinion, who can play inside, outside the lane, who's really in technical side, he's really good. And if you can ask whatever player you want, most of them will probably say that Chris Prater has the most easy shots.
That's bold.
He's really
That's bold
really
of
good.
you.
So I believe that he can, in the start of the season when so much changes are going, I had to pick someone who's stable throughout anything.
Well, he didn't have such a good season, I guess, last year, so he's a bit away from the step ladders and all of those things. So
But
maybe
he's still in tier 2.
yeah, maybe this change with oil patterns will actually benefit him, and I think you should have picked then Anthony Simonson for tier 1 instead of EG, because Anthony is also like he can do lots of things with the bowling ball and might have been a pick that you should have considered.
Yeah, but when you have EJ Tackett and what he had last season, it's just plain stupid not to pick him.
No, it's
especially
not
in
plain
the
stupid.
start of the season.
Not plain stupid. Don't call me stupid, please. Okay, so for tier 2, I picked Ethan Fiore, just because he had a great season last year. I'm hoping that he will be able to keep the same form or even better form in this season as well. And I think he was the champion last year, right?
Yeah, he's defending champion of Players Championship.
That's exactly right.
He was playing against Ryan Barnes, and Ryan Barnes is in tier 3, right?
So you picked
You
Ryan
picked
Barnes?
him? No, I didn't.
So what did you pick?
I picked Canadian guy, Zach Wilkins.
Oh, okay.
I believe that he's going to have a really interesting season. I believe that he's capable of taking a PBA Tour title, finally. Well, he just made Team Canada once again. He's been really good player last year, just didn't make that much of a TV finals or whatever, but I believe that he's fully capable of being in those TV finals and maybe even clinching 1 or 2 titles. And, hopefully it can be true in the season opener.
Yeah, I picked Kevin McCune. Also good performances last year.
He's been in step ladder finals last year.
Yeah. And also, if lanes are cooked, then he just has power. He can smash those pins, and that's it. That's pretty much the logic of mine. Good. So tier 4.
What do you have?
Packy?
Packy?
No, I didn't. I picked Francois Leroy.
Same.
Nice.
Same.
Do you need an explanation?
Yes, I just need a friend for Zach, so I was looking for a fellow Canadian.
Yeah, and I picked him because he's a good player. And
others are like What?
They are good players.
Okay,
Frankie
not
is great.
not going on
Frankie is
that.
great.
Okay, tier
Tier
5
5.
and wild card. That's the most interesting ones because it's toughest.
Actually, for tier 5, it was the most time that I spent.
Yeah,
It was a
same.
very difficult pick, and I picked Trevor Roberts, also a quite a stable guy. I think he can, if anybody can, he can, get some decent points for me. So that was basically it. I don't have any other reasons why I picked him.
It's a solid pick.
It's a solid pick.
Yeah, but not as solid as Eric Jones.
Eric Jones, of course.
I believe that this pick can put me ahead of some other fantasy players.
Isn't Eric a left-handed player?
I'm just terrible at this because I don't remember.
Yeah, maybe. Let's not talk about it because we might talk bullshit. So either way, I agree that Eric Jones is a great pick. So both great picks. I don't think you could miss. You
just cannot miss in top 50.
Yeah.
There are some players who are in the top 50 if we consider the point system as we did, like half of the points of 2024 season and full points of 2025 season, just to have, those lineups. But there are some picks that are, I don't know, not that solid, but most of the guys in the top 50 is, solid picks any day.
So now, wild cards.
Cards. Carlos Morauskas, of course.
You picked me? Nice.
No, not really. I picked another youngster, and he had a stellar off-season, winning regionals. And that's basically it, why I picked him, because he's in the form already and can perform in PBA Players Championship, especially because he has a bye and he doesn't have to play in PTQ. So he's already in the field.
So who is?
And that is Dale Bernhardt.
Okay, that's nice. That's a good pick. I picked Cam Crow.
Solid. He had a good UFC trials.
Yeah. So he also is proving that he is ready for titles. So I'm hoping for big points in wildcard.
And the captain?
Andrew Anderson.
EJ Tackett.
No, it's kind of obvious. Okay.
So what are people picking?
Let's review what you guys are picking.
Statistics.
And of course, we still have almost 1 week until the picks close, but it's still
we will
interesting.
share how the picks are going, and according to the popularity of the players on our socials, probably most of the time on Instagram and Facebook. So make sure to follow those and see what people are picking. But we already have more than 100 teams already, so you can see the patterns.
So for tier 1, the obvious winner with 61% of picks, it's EJ Tackett. What a surprise. What a surprise.
So if EJ wins...
If EJ wins 61%, and I think most of those people selected him as a captain as well. So if he wins, I will be in trouble.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't...
with other 39% of people.
But if he doesn't, then it will be interesting. In a second place with 18%.
Just 18? So it's spread it across the tier.
Who do you think is Jason Belmonte, whatever.
It cannot be Jason Belmonte. In second place on tier 1.
Yes.
Jason Belmonte.
Then it's Anthony Simonson 10% and all the other guys. So I'm just wondering how many people picked Andrew. 3. Okay.
So if he wins, Carlos is
guys, the other 2 people who picked Andrew, if Andrew wins, we will be a very, very good position. Okay, so tier 2, also a clear leader, and that's Ethan Fiore, 63%.
So even more than EJ Taggett has in Tier 1.
2% more.
Right.
And then in second place we have Chris. So
Not that bold.
other
after all.
people are agreeing with you, but more people are agreeing with me. Then Tier 1, and this is the one that is actually super dominated, and 74.5%
Ryan Barnes.
picked Ryan Barnes.
Of course.
I guess he's a steal to be in Tier 3.
He will probably move up during the season because season points we are taking the whole season points in 2026 plus whole points in 25 plus half points in 24. So he will most probably go to Tier 2 in the first events probably.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how he does. But he shows signs of greatness. So I think that he will move up. All right, so Tier 4. And here we have a bigger split already. So in first place with the 41%, we have Packy. So I guess a bit of popularity also is in play here. But
yeah, of course, people want him in
he's
TV
great.
finals and expect him in TV finals because he also had a tremendous USBC Team USA trials this year. Was stable. Why not?
Yeah. So second place is our pick, Francois Lois, 31%. And then we have a bigger split with 7% picked Patrick Dombrowski, 6% Sam Cooley, and then the rest. And Tier 5 is actually where it's very equal. So first place is taken by Sean Rash with 25.5%. So that's the biggest piece, 25%. Very interesting. Then the second place is Eric Jones with 20%. Then we have Kevin Williams with 16%. Timmy Tan with 11%. Nate Stubler with 10%. And Tommy Jones with 10%. Very interesting.
Yeah, very
Trevor
equal.
Roberts, my pick was actually received only 3% so far.
So basically, if you made your team right, you can be winning a bowling ball. Surprise, surprise.
Mhm.
Yeah. Isn't this a scheme or something?
What the hell,
You
bro?
made a game.
Yeah, but
you
it
winning
seems
taking
that
prizes.
I picked some random players, which is, I guess, it's great. It makes the game interesting. And then the wild card. So we have a very clear leader here with 31%. There are plenty of players already picked, so I will not list them all. But the leader here is Darren Tang with 31.
A lot of people are talking that he might be a dark horse of the season.
I saw his post that he's throwing with one hand again. Is he returning
He's
to one
in
hand?
he's in transition, I believe.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So that's the picks, and for captains, I see that most of you are picking Tier 1 as a captain, some Tier 2s, and some Tier 3s. And that's pretty much it. So very interesting. Some tiers are dominated by one player, and some are very split. So I think we will have a very interesting thing happening in the leaderboards after the event.
Yeah, make changes in the leaderboard by submitting your form. You can find it in description or just visit bowlinglife.eu and find all the rules, leaderboards coming through the season, and of course the Google Forms. All you need is active Google account.
Very easy. So let's talk a bit about PBA Players Championship now, right?
Let's go.
PBA Players Championship. We are kicking things off with a major and I would say a pretty difficult tournament. We will have two oil patterns. So that's Badger and Wiper. So one is longer, one is shorter. So obviously we need some adaptability here and being able to, switch from one shot to another.
Plus a change in the TV schedule. We last year we didn't start the season with a major, and this year we are moving Players Championship, which was in the second half of the season, right in front as the season opener for the major. That's
fun. That's
interesting.
fun.
Yeah.
Getting right into the action. We will definitely see who is ready for the season and who might need to catch up a bit.
You know who's ready? Ryan Barnes. Because he doesn't have to move very far from home, because the first PBA Tour season stop will be in Texas. Is that an advantage?
But you didn't pick Ryan Barnes.
Yeah, and I think that it was it was a stupid thing that I've done. But do you believe that it's an advantage when you play in the states of yours?
I guess so. We probably should ask players that, but in my mind, it should create some kind of advantage. Still, you are familiar with the lanes, you are familiar with the center. I'm guessing if you are around those areas, you still had more chances to bowl there than guys who are traveling further distances. So I think it should have some sort of advantage here. And looking at the schedule, since you already mentioned that, so on Monday, February 16, we will have a PTQ, which will be 7 games. So we will know after that the exact player list of players who will participate in the tournament. Then on Tuesday we will have 2 qualifying rounds, 6 games each. First round will be on Viper, second round will be on Badger. Then on Wednesday 2 more qualification rounds, again on Viper and Badger, and then we will cut to 1/3 of the whole player field. And then all the advancer rounds and so on will happen on dual pattern, meaning that both patterns will be in play at the same time. So
what? We will have 96 players, right, in the field.
Yeah.
So 1/3, 32 players advance to the next
probably
round.
I'm bad at maths. So I don't know.
But at the same time, we will know at least 18 people who will earn points in Fantasy League.
Yeah, it will be interesting to watch while playing fantasy as well.
Yeah.
I think it will create a lot of tension.
I can already see how the articles on BowlingLife will get biased, when the player
My pick is great.
Yeah. Dale Bernard is playing so well. Oh my God, this dude is amazing.
I will win a bowling ball from myself. All of the players are playing for cash, so a first place will take $100,000. Is that a lot of money or no?
For me?
For you?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
That's a life-changing money.
Especially after we will have to buy those bowling balls, it would be great.
Yeah, if you guys can spare like 700,
just a tiny piece.
But
please.
It's not changing, I guess. Last year, Ethan Fiore was taking this major, and he won 100K. So
was that the moment when he said that he will buy a new bet?
Yes.
Ethan, if you are watching, did you buy the bet or not?
And how it looks like.
Send pictures.
I want to see a bet setting for 100K.
Yeah. And 1/3 of the players will cash. So I guess that's pretty decent. So either way, if it's big or not, you guys decide. But still 100K is a sum that is worth fighting for. And you said already that Ryan Barnes is a player to look at. Who else do you think?
Last year, Ryan was in the finals against Ethan Fiore.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking maybe he can be in the finals once again. Maybe we can even have not just back-to-back Ethan winning the title, but maybe we can have back-to-back final Ethan Fiore versus Ryan Barnes.
That would be a nice story. two young guys battling it out once again.
Last year, Ryan was 22 and Ethan was 20. He was second youngest player to win a major after who? Anthony Simonson. Carlos would have said that, but he was drinking
I did
water.
not expect a question here.
It's not about testing my knowledge, but maybe we can have that setting once again. Again, we
Yeah.
are playing in Texas. Ryan is from Texas. He most probably been in that Bolero testing out those lanes.
And he is like on a
On the rise.
on a rise
Yeah.
right now. He won a regional title recently, so
He made
you
Team
know,
USA trials.
opened
That's
the
the
chest,
third
you know.
time I'm saying USA trials in this podcast. And I'm
Yeah,
just
you just love
fascinated about that tournament.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and the first broadcast as well. Of course, while we are still on the topic of last year's PBA Players Championship, you just mentioned a nice story from last year between because in the step ladder we also had Kevin McCune, which was my pick in fantasy, and Tim Foy Jr.
Yeah.
So what happened there?
they had a very nice intro because they were joking like Kimberly was taking an interview from Kevin, and Kevin was saying that he will win against Tim Foy. For disclosure, they are really good friends. They are playing Rod Holman doubles together, and he was saying that he will win against Tim for at least his age, which is like 100 years old.
Dinosaur.
and then Kimberly was taking a word from Tim Foy Jr. and he said that he should be fine if he scored Kevin McCune's weight.
That's a very
that's
nice banter.
Exactly what you want in the TV setting.
Kudos to these guys.
Yeah.
This is how you create a show. You even before the game starts, you're already creating a show for the fans.
I'm just
So,
hoping that the show
nice.
will be even bigger with the new broadcaster.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just really excited to see what CV Network will bring to the table and how the whole setting will look like, what additional features we will have, who will be behind the mics, because Jeff Ridgels from 11th Frame already had a story coming out that the chair of Randy Peterson might be shaking because CV Network and PBA is talking with other guys for caller analyst. And some names like Kyle Sherman is coming up. And, just interesting to
Would
see
you like
how...
to see Kyle in that chair?
I think that Kyle is too good of a player to sit behind the mic.
But
And because he can be, really, really good player on the lanes, and his purpose is right there, not behind the mic. But as you were probably trying to
yes,
mention,
I was trying to
say because
that
this is your...
he was injured.
Yeah.
So wondering if he already recovered and if he will have a full season. Because if not, I think that would make sense for him to, you cannot play all stops or at all. Why not use the time wisely and, sit behind the camera?
Yeah, not
cameras?
just for himself, because I believe that he is just what PBA needs right now. A young voice, something that is, likable for both older community and for new community, because the new broadcaster will intentionally bring more people who are not that familiar with the bowling. So you need, entertaining, nice young voice behind the
He's
the
not
cameras.
shy of the cameras as well, as they have a large YouTube channel. He is used to talking to the mic, used to talking to the camera. So I think it would make sense to actually have him if he is up for it.
Yeah, we spoke with Peter Murray. He is the new CEO of PBA, and during the interview, he mentioned that the changes in the announcements and stuff around the CV Network broadcast is coming, and they are probably gonna announce this week because the season is
They
coming.
are
So
waiting for the last minute. I mean, it's the stop is starting in 1 week, and we still don't know half the details. But I guess it's building a bit of suspense,
of course.
or they don't know themselves. So if that's the case, they are having a very fun time right now. If it's building a suspense, well, guys, you are doing a great job because we cannot wait to hear what will actually happen.
Maybe Carlos can be a new caller analyst.
Yeah, would you like to hear a European accent
Slavic.
in PBA broadcast?
Oh, look, he's bowling with a Brunswick bowling ball.
Hambon.
Very good. Very nice handball.
Hambon, what a
Oh, no.
Well, you're just making fun of me right now.
Why you? Slavic accent.
Accent. You are the one who is always saying Brunswick.
Patent pending.
Yeah. Well, either way, will be very interesting to see how it all plays out. I think CV Network and all the changes that are happening right now, and there are a lot of changes, in general with the PBA, with all the lane stuff, patterns, and the broadcast and new CEO. So it's a lot of changes at once.
And a lot of things to be excited for.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but this is the most exciting tour season in the past couple of years. I don't know why, but I'm just eager to see what's happening next.
Is it because of Fantasy League?
Probably. That's what Fantasy League does for people. So join in.
It's going
because
to be
it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the season, it's a bit sad that it's not as long as it was before. But Peter said in the interview that in 2027, hopefully we will have a longer season, right? So let's wait this out. Let's see how 2026 goes, because of course it's learning for both Peter Murray and for CB Network and for all the guys working on the tour. So it's a learning season, and for us as well with the Fantasy League. And 2027, I hope that it will be even better than 2026. I really think that they can take this whole thing to the next level, and it was mentioned that maybe even some kind of world tour will happen as well, right? So if that would
it's not
be
a world tour, it's a world event. So I believe that they can put something on the table not outside the US, probably.
Well,
But
there is.
it's just
if you look at
assumptions.
it, if you look
I don't
at
know
it,
anything.
let's just speculate a bit. If you look at it on the PBA National Tour, we already have one stop, which is outside of United States, which is Storm Lucky Larson Masters. And if you look at the full schedule, Storm Lucky Larson Masters is a bit of a. It's kind of an outsider, All the stops already happened, and then after a month or two, you have one stop outside the US. So maybe some additional stops could be added to actually extend the tour up until the Storm Lucky Larson Masters, to add the different stops around the world. I think that would be a fun concept, to have you kind of have the main tour during the whole season in US, and then after that happens, you have additional stops in different places of the world. I think it would be a nice concept.
Yeah, but
and
they
more
have
people could join
regionals
in.
and stuff during off season, so But that's inside the US. Outside of the US, we have what? But we have PBA China, PBA Japan.
Yeah, well, it's
PBA Sweden.
I mean,
as a regional?
the markets outside of US, there are big markets. I mean, Asia, the whole region is really into bowling. We have Malaysia, Singapore, Japan, China. There are great countries with great players. So would be nice to see additional stops there, and maybe in all continents. Who knows?
Bowling in Antarctica.
In Antarctica.
How
Maybe
does that sound?
in Greenland. What do you think would be a nice stop to have PBA Greenland?
But
But
they
it's
have.
still, but it would be
I
still
was
in US.
checking if they. Wow, wow. Okay.
Yeah, just hopping on the.
Knowing that Carlos is, flying in Denmark once or twice a year.
Maybe I shouldn't say that.
You shouldn't say
No, but
that.
it's I'm not. Don't want to say
Look, Greenland
shit
is
that
Denmark.
would get us
Stop.
cancelled.
Period.
Yeah, but
Done.
as a disclaimer, I'm supporting the fact that Greenland should stay with.
With their own choices.
Yeah, they should be able to pick.
I was checking
And
if
I'm guessing
Greenland
that's
has
Denmark.
a bowling alley, and they do. So you can have a
PBA
stop.
Greenland.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Why not? Would be nice. Yeah, on that funny note, let's say, I think it's time to wrap up because we are going into political topics now. So when that happens, you know that it's... Stop.
More tea? More tea?
More tea.
What?
Yeah, so PBA Players Championship starts on February 16th. So that's a few days from the day this podcast is released. You can watch the qualification as always on Bowl TV, and then the step ladders will happen on CW Network. If you haven't yet, join the BowlingLife Fantasy League. All the links and all the information is in the description. And
Don't forget to join Discord community. That's amazing place to be.
Yeah, we already have 500 people hit there. So I think once the season starts, we will have major discussions there. And yeah, let's hope for a great season. Let's hope for a great first event. Will be very interesting to see how it all plays out. And that's that. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, join BowlingLife Fantasy League, and keep on striking.